Hello world, Patricia O'Connor, and where's she at? Free Reba Darcy here. And we're at the Bonsai balcony. It is Sunday night, Sunday. And what you see before you here is one of my little small pine trees. I want to turn I like the music. I'm going to turn it down just a smidge. This guy. This is a guy that we probably, I don't know if I twisted this on the show or if I did. Yeah, I probably did. I probably did this on one of the nights. You may not recognize it by this because I've already unwound it some. I saw a part that I thought that at least I wanted to get to off camera, and it was this part. And I couldn't tell that I had to unwind it this much until I got started. But I wasn't really happy with the work that I did on this tree. Now, several things. One, there are a couple of these trees that I did some work to that I am really happy with. The less successful trees that I got from Florida were smaller, and the movements that I did to them were more drastic. When it came to these, I did kind of the same kind of movement, except the trees were bigger, and it made everything look like big loops. And I think that especially a couple of them came out okay, but I think also I was probably too afraid maybe to do something to these because I thought that they would be less pliable. Maybe they are. Maybe I just needed to, I didn't fold them as much. And also I think this tree was probably a little bit more, not as three-dimensional as some of the other things that came up and swept back. And you know how I was doing earlier, some of those small trees. And the one that I really liked the most was the little Cascade tree. And I described it as having the little Cheerios in it. Whenever I got anywhere close to a bend, anywhere near that tight, it would bend like that crook there. Now, I've had a Yamadori that had a natural feature to it like that. So sometimes nature will actually just snow, wind, weight, whatever. Nature will sometimes do something like that to a tree that would cause it to have a tight bend. But that wasn't what I was intending to do with that tree. And so what I thought we would do tonight is give this guy, there's no reason why we can't. And by the way, the color is certainly, and we've cleaned it up a lot. I've got a lot of the old needles cleaned up better than I did last time. Last time I went ahead and put wire to it, and I didn't really take all the time to clean up the base before I put all the wires on. A lot of times when you see videos, you see other guys, they'll take, they probably videotaped 15 or 20 minutes of cleanup work, which seems to make their work always look a lot more professional than just wrapping up all the dang needles. So this guy got cleaned up eventually, which should make anything we're doing now probably look a little better. I'm just kind of looking at it and trying to get some ideas of what I would like to do to this guy to get it on a track that I like, to get it on a track that I'm feeling really good about. One, I want to put some more bends. I think, I don't know how to show you this. Well, right in here. That comes out of the ground and is straight. And for some reason, that's kind of where we ended up with a kink. That I want to pull that kink out because, one, we can do better than that. I want this thing to be folded and stuff, but I would like it to be more mysterious than that, than just kind of a snap over. And it didn't snap because it's more pliable. It's younger and more pliable than that. But I want that guy to have a round more of a round, bend. I wonder, you see, what does she think she's doing? Trying to bend this around something round so that it will not do what it was doing before. And it just did what it did before anyway. Okay. Well, we're not going to keep sawing on it, that's for sure. We can also bend that down. Coming out of the ground here, it doesn't have to come straight up out of the ground. We can do better than that. Ew. So here, we're going to start working on that part, I suppose. Stop dumping substrate all over the place. Probably should have poured some of that out. Oh, we'll be okay. I think that's a bend. Okay. So now this little tree comes out of the ground, and it has it hits the ground. It comes out of the ground moving for sure. Now, what could we do better there? I think I see what I could do better there. So where can I show you? We kind of separated from our wire a little bit, but you can definitely see our trunk comes out of the ground and does that hook. So now our next move, might as well, because we're going that way. I'm bending it around. I'm using my the fat end of my round stainless chopstick as a fulcrum, and I just folded it around that, trying to keep it from making that kink. If it does, it does. But I was going to try. No, there's a lot more motion in that. I can live with that. Now we have to keep moving from there. I just twisted the whole thing around. I am already feeling like, I've got another 2/3 of the tree that I feel like I need to keep working with. But so far, I think this is a lot more interesting than what we started with. That is kind of what I was saying I didn't want to do. Maybe I can pull a little of that out, but I like that overall. And at least it's not a coil of wire laying on the ground. It's not just like a coil laying there. It's got more than, we're multi-dimensional at this point. You had to know I was going to probably do that, right? I wasn't talking about the substrate I poured on the ground. I think that was a given. Then I just closed that. I just closed that Cheerio right on up. Still got an awful lot of tree here, but I gotta say, I'm happier with what we're doing right now with this guy. I think this is a little bit more imaginative than what we had before. So I'm gonna give this, see how well I can give this guy another little wrap there, and maybe see all these spirals are, you know, that's going to add more, a lot more later on. Wow. We just, by bringing that around, it's making the next spiral for me right here, where I wouldn't have really like planned to make one, which is so cool because I'm feeling like it's interjecting its own see that being kind of, I just kind of saw that coming as I tried to bring that end around. It just formed that little Cheerio right there. Do I bring that? Oh no, I see. The best is yet. Get back down there, you. Little trees, you can do such neat things with them, and they have so much energy, and get back up there. Where's the other? Oh. Alright. That was kind of lazy of me. I couldn't grab that wire in two places with my pliers because I had elongated the wire at that point. I just kind of finished up and did one of those. So when it came time to grab the end of the wire and use it, I couldn't because I had already wasted it. Okay, fine. We can still, I think. So I'm supporting it in enough places we can still. Nope. I didn't have a good enough hook on it to do that. At this point, I'm just kind of trying to turn there, the end up. These are neat. Not selling them, but that was just the first time I had used them on a tree, and my first impression is good. I think that is a lot more interesting than I showed you this tree a couple of days ago on top of the rack outside, and it was just coiled up, but down in the bottom of the coil is where that kink was, and I thought that I would just unwrap it a little and take that kink out, and then we would start the show from there. But then when I saw that I had to unwrap it, all of it, to pretty much get the kink out, I just stopped there, showed you what I was looking at, but the rest of the tree struck me as unimaginative, and also it was just one dimensional. It was, you know, I felt like I didn't really feel like I had gone to a lot of imagination on there. Maybe I'd held back, or maybe I was trying to do the same kind of bends with a bigger tree than I had been doing with those smaller trees. So either way, I think coming back at it with another approach was definitely the right way to go. Picture this with a little bit of fatness to it. At some point, I may find that I'm going to put wires on here and pull it up tight. You know, the way we've had to do some of what we did do to Frankenpine, but that is, I believe, a lot better and a lot. You know, I'm a lot happier with that. I call this Cheerio style. It would be Hilma style if I were better at Hilma. I would certainly say that Hilma style is an influence to what I'm doing, and Hilma style would be Hiruma-san at Bonsai Q. So if I were better at what he is doing, then I would call this Hilma style. I would call what I'm doing, and it'll probably never quite be Hilma style, because by the time I get to my own, to where I could do his level of work, I will probably kind of, you know, developed into, it'll homogenized into my own, whatever that ends up being. So I'll call this Cheerio style, because that's what it looks like on my little cascade. And the bends that I seem to be happy with are little Cheerios. Not like I'm product driven, but you know, when you think about it, it does make me a little cheery to make those little O's like that. And to me, that is not, you know, circus balloon animals, so to speak. Anybody who would ask, where would you see trees like that in nature? I would say go to the canyons, go, you know, you're not going to see these sitting at your desk. So yeah. Anyway, that's my amend to a iffy job. Maybe I should put a hook right here. Do I have enough wire to put a hook right here? I wonder if I could, but see, if I put a hook right there, then we still have to tip up that end. I'm kind of tempted to put another one right here, but then we'd still have to get that end up. Maybe we leave this here for now. Also, squishing this down tighter might be more fun, but I'll look forward to seeing this get fat. So yeah, okay. That's a quick little Sunday night show. Not too much. That didn't hurt a lot. 18 minutes. We'll survive that. I'm sure the Super Bowl can probably survive our little intervention. Like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Frida and I will be continuing to knock out content throughout the week. We're going to probably do 1 or 2 more videos and 1 or 2 more shorts between now and midweek, and then the weekend we'll probably do another 2 and another 2 shorts after that. And we'll be working on more pines, and all of our trees are starting to get ready to start budding out, and we're starting to see green on all those, and that's all exciting, and I'll look forward to doing more of that. So thank you so much for watching.